A major change at Enloe Health could mean job cuts. We'll tell you what the CEO and union representatives are saying. The car crashed into a local building. We'll take a look at the scene, and a casino deal between the Redding Rancheria and Shasta County is now being called illegal by a judge. We'll tell you what is planned now.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Last month, a Shasta County judge ruled that a public safety impact fee agreement between Shasta County and the Redding Rancheria is illegal. Action News Now reporter Blake Mayfield shows us how one county supervisor as well as the tribe are responding to that lawsuit ruling.
The California Land Stewardship Council scored a minor victory in Shasta County Court last month. On July 14th, Judge Stephen Baker ruled that claims in the group's lawsuit that the Board of Supervisors failed to notify department heads, county council, or risk management before entering into the agreement were indeed illegal and should not have been agreed upon.
We, as a board, and myself personally, decided that the concerns didn't outweigh the benefits to the county.
Kellstrom says because the contract is between two governing bodies, the county did not need to notify department heads before it entered into the agreement.
There was no law broken. It was not an illegal contract.
In a statement, Redding Rancheria CEO Tracy Edwards told us that the tribe is still focused on moving its casino and resort to Interstate 5, and that while the ruling is a setback, it will not delay or alter their plans.
It was a good deal. I felt it was a good deal. That's why I voted for it, and we did not break any laws. It is not illegal.
Reporting in Redding, I'm Blake Mayfield, Action News Now.
No decision has been made regarding whether they will appeal that lawsuit ruling. Here's a live look from the Alert California-Oregon mountain camera. This is in Trinity County right now, and those high, wispy clouds up there high in the atmosphere. And Howie joins us now with a look at conditions.
Yeah, those clouds aren't really slowing down the sun's rays too much, Alan, because we are on the hot side really just about anywhere you go, especially down in the valley. Recording is sitting at 100. Redding and Red Bluff were pretty close. We were at 99 a little bit ago. Chico was at 98, now at 97. Up there at Chester, 86. Paradise right now, a temperature of 90 degrees. Winds today on the lighter side, but they will pick up a little bit, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Now, here's a look at our moisture levels. They're going down. We don't want to see that. So lower moisture, lower relative humidity numbers. As we start to heat up, the atmosphere expands. Yes, we're seeing the moisture levels drop. Now, here's what we have coming over the weekend. We're looking at a heat advisory. We can see temperatures over 110 degrees. So frequent breaks, lots of water, stay out of the sun if you can. Here's our fire danger. Today we're on the low side, but then tomorrow, moisture levels low. I don't like the winds. I don't like the heat. We're going to bump that up to moderate to close to high, but I'm going to keep it at moderate for significant fire risk potential. But we are really going to warm up, Alan. We'll talk all about that in a few minutes.
Thanks, Howie. Enloe Health is beginning a slow closure of its home health and hospice services, and in its place will be a new collaboration with Enloe and Butte Home Health and Hospice Services. The change means some Enloe employees, though, will lose their jobs. Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe is live at Enloe Health in Chico. So, Margot, how many employees are looking at being impacted right now?
Alan, Enloe says about 75 employees will be affected, and they are aware that this is a bit disruptive. But CEO Mike Wiltermude told me that the health organization hires about 60 positions per month, and while not everyone may qualify for certain roles, he's helping to help more people shift into roles in other areas of Enloe's health departments or transition to Butte Home Health and Hospice Services, as they will be expanding their services as well. Wiltermude says since COVID, Enloe hasn't been able to financially support the department.
The losses there have run into the millions of dollars. If we were the only ones that were capable of providing that service, that we wouldn't be having this conversation. I mean, we do what we need to do for our community. However, in Butte Home Health and Hospice, we have a great financially viable and successful partner that we can work with, and we think this is a great opportunity, not only for our organization, but for our community.
Now, nurses are expected to be impacted by this change, and I reached out to the California Nurses Association and received this statement back, where where essentially the CNA believes that this change will affect patients negatively when it comes to disruption and possible reductions to services, and that nurses will continue to advocate for their patients regarding this. Now, Wiltermude and the director of Butte Home Health and Hospice say that this collaboration could actually benefit the community even more, especially with Butte Home Health having 40 years of service and a 5-star rated facility. Reporting live in Chico, I'm Margot Rowe for Action News Now.
Thank you, Margot. Wiltermude says that the new home health partnership will fully take effect October 31st. New tonight, Congressman Doug LaMalfa announced a town hall meeting will take place in person in Chico. That's set for this coming Monday, August 11th, at the Chico Elks Lodge on Manzanita Avenue. Now, it begins early, 7:30 a.m. until 9 a.m. It is the first in-person town hall meeting that LaMalfa has held since Donald Trump took office in January. You'll recall that a vocal group of community members has been regularly rallying at his Chico office calling for a town hall meeting. New at 6, Yuba County Sheriff's Office says that a juvenile gang member was arrested for possession of illegal firearms. Yesterday morning, the Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant at a home in Marysville, and during the search, the deputies say they found an unserialized AR-15 loaded with a high-capacity magazine. They say they also found other guns and extra ammunition. The Sheriff's Office says the juvenile suspect is a known gang member. The suspect was arrested and booked into juvenile hall. A contractor working at the Colgate Powerhouse in Yuba County was killed on the job today. The Yuba Water Agency announced the news on its Facebook page this afternoon. Few details were given, but the agency said the worker was killed while operating construction equipment, and that equipment fell down an embankment near the powerhouse. This is just south of the community of Dobbins. The Yuba County Sheriff's Office will be conducting a coroner's report, but not an investigative report. The name of the victim will not be released until family members are notified. A frightening scene unfolded in downtown Oroville this afternoon when a white SUV slammed into a building. Police say the woman who was driving was headed west on Montgomery Street when her vehicle jumped the curb, struck a pole, then crashed into the building.
Received an emergency 911 call for a vehicle into a structure with fire. So my first in unit scenes got here. They reported that there was a light pole down onto the building and that there was fire on the roof. We were able to quickly put the fire out. It was superficial, just the roofing, not the actual structure itself.
Authorities believe that the woman was under the influence of drugs. A DUI investigation took place. She was booked into the Shasta County Jail on suspicion of driving under the influence. The search continues for a missing man in a remote forest near Quincy. Plumas County Sheriff's Office say that Bradley J. Presti Giacomo had been missing since August 3rd. He was last seen leaving his home in Quincy about 2:30 a.m. His truck was later found off a remote forest road between Claremont Peak and Thompson Creek south of Quincy. Plumas County Search and Rescue has been activated, and they've been out searching the area where the car was seen. And they've requested mutual aid from dog teams. Bradley J. Presti Giacomo is 41, blue eyes, brown hair, 6'3", 290 pounds. If you have any information, know where he is, call the Plumas County Sheriff's Office. Some local firefighters are headed to help fight against the state's largest wildfire in Central California. This morning, a strike team of 6 firefighters from Tehama County, the fire department, as well as Red Bluff Fire Department, were deployed to help contain the Gifford Fire. CAL FIRE Tehama Glen unit says it's extra significant because it is the first deployment since the addition of the new additions last year. Well, if you live in Chico and need a backpack and school supplies, we'll tell you what you could do when you head down to Cards Community Center to pick one up. In fact, Action News Now reporter Sade Poulin is live right now. So Sade, what can you tell us about what people need to know?
Yes, so students and families can come here to the Card Community Center here on Valombrosa Avenue to pick up a backpack. So they have 500 backpacks to give out. Now, this is an event sponsored by Race Communications, a fiber internet company. And John Blizzard, the event manager, says they've already given around 300 backpacks away, and there's still a ton left. They have different colors from purple, blue, and pink, as you can see, for both boys and girls, and it's completely free. All you have to do is just come into the community center as well and explain that you need a backpack, and you will easily get one. Now, it is first come, first serve, and it does go until 6:30 p.m., so make sure to come down here to grab your backpack. And it does have school supplies with folders, pens, and pencils. Reporting live in Chico, I'm Sade Pullen, Action News Now.
Thank you, Sade. Now, the backpack giveaway goes until 6:30, so just a little over 15 minutes at the Card Community Center on Valombrosa Avenue in Chico. Coming up on Action News Now at 6, we'll tell you about a new California recycling program that is sending updated recycling tools, high-tech tools, to counties across the state, including here. And will your PG&E rates be lowered this year? Yeah, lowered? Well, we pressed the company for answers. We'll tell you.